Today I have, per request from a few people, I'm going to show you some of the crystals that I have here. I have a whole handful of my uncut raw crystals that are in my box. So I wanted to show you some of these and tell you a little bit about them and where I got them from and all of that good stuff. So welcome back. It's a crystal kind of day. So let's take a look at raw crystals and learn a little bit more about the ones that are in my collection. Follow along, come along. Glad to have you here with me. So these are the 8 crystals that we will look at today, starting with the black kyanite. This one has been living in my wallet Black kyanite is actually a stone that is great for all of the chakras. Let's see if we can get this to focus here well. See, it has these little striations. It almost looks like a little broom. It is a stone with authentic hardness and texture, and it comes formed with a flat blade-like style. So you see that here in the crystals. Comes in a range of colors, blue, green, orange, ruby, and indigo. And it's found in Brazil, Kenya, the United States, Mexico, and Switzerland. It's known for its powers of physical healing, such as for bone breakage or physical trauma. And it assists in intense surgical recovery and aids the nervous system and body tissues for expedited healing. Black kyanite specifically, so this one specifically, has been praised for its metaphysical and healing properties. The broom-like structure here is used to sweep parts of the auric field when you're using it in metaphysical work, or to broom or sweep the chakras that may be blocked. And emotionally, it's a stone that helps us face blockages and open new pathways and release emotions in a more positive manner. So that is black kyanite. The next one I want to show you is the desert rose selenite. It's also known as gypsum rose or sand rose. It has these really pretty flower-like blade thingies. I don't know what to call them. So this is a selenite that's formed from a combination of water, wind, and sand. And the sand becomes embedded in the selenite blades. So sure, blades was the right word. So the sand becomes embedded inside there. And with the addition of water over time, it forms this rosette that you see here. They tend to be formed over a couple of 100 years rather than over millions of years, like a lot of the other stones that we're used to working with. It's commonly found in deserts around the world, so like in Mexico, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Tunisia, Afghanistan, places like that. There is a particular type of desert rose selenite that is found only in Oklahoma, and that one did form about 250 million years ago when there was that sea that covered the central part of the United States. That one is called locally Gerber sandstone. These, because of the way they're formed, you don't wash them, you don't cleanse them with water at all. Helps in working with the solar plexus chakra. It is a really great meditation tool as it helps one to stay grounded and balanced. It helps with mental clarity and focus, as well as manifestation, self-expression, and unlocking our divine will. It is recommended to put this stone beside your bedside or on your workspace or in a meditation room to help cleanse your aura and your environment. Now, one interesting thing about this stone, because it's selenite based, it will charge and cleanse other crystals when placed around them. So they all live in one box, so I guess my desert rose must be charging and cleansing all of my crystals constantly. Next is the lepidolite, lepidolite, not quite sure how to pronounce it properly. So this stone is a type of mica, and it forms around pink tourmaline crystals. So it has kind of a iridescent quality to the color. Comes in a lot of colors, pink, purple, gray, white, and even colorless. And it is found in, this one has a little bit of purple in it. It's found in Africa, Brazil, Greenland, and in the US, specifically in Maine and in San Diego County in California. This stone is very effective at stress relief and aiding in the release of worries and aligning one with acceptance of the self, of others, and of life's situations. So in 2020, it's a really, really helpful stone. I think we can all use a little bit more acceptance. It is perfect for situations where the going gets tough, as it not only settles and replenishes the emotional body, but also provides enlightened energy that helps you to handle the situation, aids in preserving integrity and well-being. So it has kind of these layers in there that are really interesting. So it aids in preserving integrity and well-being when dealing with angry people, financial situations, or financial stress, loss of a job or relationship, or the need to make big changes in a very short period of time. It is most effective when life is the most challenging. So like I said, a good stone for 2020. It was one of the first ones I received this year. Got this one back in June. And I love the layers in it. It's almost, it looks like it would have a flaky texture. It doesn't actually flake off, but it's a really neat looking stone. So the next one we'll look at is up here, this green and brown stone. This is chrysoprase. It's also known as Australian jade. It is a green variety of chalcedony that contains minor traces of nickel, which is where it gets the coloring from. The structure is cryptocrystalline, which means basically that it's made up of large amounts of tiny crystals that are too small for our eye to see. See that beautiful green color there. Chrysoprase is found all over the world in countries such as Madagascar, Tanzania, India, Russia, Brazil, USA, Poland, and Australia. And the highest quality stone that's on the market right now comes out of mines in Queensland, Australia. This is a stone of the heart that is here to fill one's aura with strong healing energies. The stone it helps activate and open your heart chakra, making it easier to get in touch with your emotional body. By being better in touch with yourself, you'll soon realize the inner strength which you possess. So it's important to be in touch with your inner self. Chrysoprase urges us to channel the newly found strength directly into our heart space, attempting to cleanse and rid all of our negative energy. This crystal also helps you to activate and unlock the solar plexus chakra, and that chakra is associated with your personal will and anything that can become possible. Chrysoprase is such a powerful stone, the ability to provide a connection between our solar plexus and heart spaces. So it's a great stone for meditating in those two spots. Now let's move on to blue calcite. This stone almost feels like, and I think it's a quality of calcite, although this one feels like it more than this one. But this one has a really, really smooth, almost like soap feeling under your fingers. It's really interesting. So calcites are found all over the world, but blue calcite is only found in a few places, such as Mexico and South Africa. It's a very powerful stone for soothing and relaxing the emotions. It's known to calm emotions and offers mental and etheric protection. And it's very protective when it comes to your aura. It offers a very strong transmutational energy. And carrying or wearing blue calcite the stone will act like a sponge and absorb all the energy coming into you, and then filters out the negative vibrations. It has many beneficial effects for people with anxiety and depression. So also, again, a great stone for this year because so many people are dealing with depression and anxiety. And honestly, it's just a really, really pretty stone to look at. This is probably one of my favorite of the raw stones that I have right now. So from the calming energies of the blue calcite, let's skip on over to the creative energies of the orange calcite. It's interesting to see the different stones. So they're both calcites, right? But they're, like, the orange is really smooth-sided, and the blue has all of these little pox and crystalline type structures to it that the orange doesn't display as well. So super interesting to see the difference between them. This is also a really pretty stone. As you can see, I really like the raw stones, probably the best. Although, you know, they're all pretty, but I really like the raw stones. So orange calcite is a perfect stone to use when you're trying to unlock and unleash your creative or your sexual energies. It's one of the very few stones that will circulate energies throughout your body and assist in removing blockages when you need them removed. When our creative and sexual energies are flowing freely, we become more comfortable with ourselves and with the current situations that we're in. And that usually leads to an increase in confidence and self-esteem. So this is a good stone for unleashing your creative and sexual energies, and by way of that, unleashing your self-esteem and your confidence. Calcite, of course, is a very uplifting and positive stone, and the orange in this one mirrors the rays of the sun, producing and unleashing certain endorphins within the body. So anyone who's looking for a fire to be lit within you, this is a stone that you probably want to consider getting. The next stone we'll look at is called, sorry for hitting the camera there, kambaba jasper, or kambaba stone, or green stromalite jasper. This stone, for being that size, well, I guess it's not really any, I expected it to weigh a lot more, and it's pretty lightweight. So this is a really, really old stone. These date back about 3 billion years. They have, you can't see it very well in this one, but they have this swirling black and green pattern that you might be able to see a little bit right there. That's very indicative, very normal for this stone. Have a little green line coming through the black right there. And when it's cut and polished, it really brings that out a lot more than in the raw stone. This is not actually a jasper, even though it's called jasper, but rather it's a fossil, and it's classified as a stromatolite, which is a clumping of fossilized algae that created this mineral. So this is actually like fossilized algae from 3 billion years ago. One of the special fossils within this stone is cyanobacteria, which is believed to have helped create the first oxygen atmosphere here on Earth. And other minerals within this stone are usually quartz, feldspar, chrysoprase, and albite. This stone is a stone that works well. You can meditate with it on your heart chakra and also on your root chakra. Kambaba jasper provides healing to the heart and calming of negative emotions such as guilt, trauma, grief, jealousy, anger, or sadness. The crystal helps one to achieve emotional balance throughout the day and helps keep you quote unquote cool, so like a cool head during times of distress. It also acts like a teacher and a life coach, helping you get through some of the tough emotional experiences that all of us have to deal with from time to time. It pushes us to release the weight that's pushing down on us, and helps us show the universe that we are not going to tolerate being stuck in an emotionally bad place. Kambaba jasper's powers are strong enough to put you back in the driver's seat of your life. So if you're having difficulties with getting your life on track, this is maybe a stone that you want to look at acquiring. Simple things such as socializing, working with colleagues, and forming long-lasting relationships will feel natural and easier when you have this stone working for you. So there we go. Nice old, super interesting stone. So the last stone I want to show you today is this lovely purple stone. Many of you are probably familiar with this one. We see it most often as a purple gemstone in jewelry. This is, of course, amethyst. It has these really pretty crystal structures in it. Amethyst is a powerful stone for protection and purification of the spiritual and physical bodies. It purifies the energy field of your body as well as any room that it's placed in. Getting a good look at that. It's an excellent healing stone because it removes negative influences and attachments in your environment. And when it's worn or held, it forms a very protective shield surrounding you with protective violet light that can ward off psychic attacks and negative energies before they attach to you. This allows you the owner of this stone or the holder of this stone to maintain a clear energetic body and protect you from physical attacks as well. So again, in this year of pandemic and just kind of physical ailments going around so much, it's another really good stone to have. I just acquired this one in October, in the October Crystal Council box. So I've not had it for a very long time, but I do. It's a beautiful stone. This one gives off high frequencies and it stimulates the third chakra, the crown and the etheric chakras. And it's a great stone to use in meditation because it helps to still your thoughts and expand you into a higher state of consciousness. It's also beneficial for sleep and dream work when placed under your pillow. This one and the blue calcite are probably my two favorites of this group. And the black kyanite. The black kyanite goes with me everywhere. So there we go. Those are my raw crystals. I would love to hear from you if you have any of these, which ones you have, and if not, which ones of these you really enjoyed hearing more about. So we have black kyanite, blue calcite, lepidolite, orange calcite, kambaba jasper, chrysoprase, desert rose selenite, and the amethyst. So let me know if you have any of these, and if you don't, which ones again you enjoyed hearing about the most, and which ones you think you would like to add to your collection. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Well, let me rephrase that. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up on the video. And be sure to come back and check out the next box that we will have an unboxing of, which should actually be the November Crystal Council. So I'm excited to get that one and see what they send this month. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, you guys. Have yourselves a fantastic day.